Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Game on Cloud9 here, and right now I am like freaking doing stuff at school, and I know I need to get you guys a prediction, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually give you guys something that I haven't actually done, which is like a walking prediction, where I'm gonna be giving my little review as I go. So if I have little pauses in between, you already know why, obviously, because I'm out and about. But anyway, this is a Naruto manga 628 prediction, and this chapter definitely to me was one that just stood out from most, because it was one of those things where, you know, the plot changed in some way. I guess you could say, you know, a specific character who we all know made a significant change, and it can be seen as either good or bad, but at the same time, you know, it's very crucial to the story. And what I mean by that is, we all know in this chapter, Sasuke finally makes his decision on what he wants to do involving the leaf. So, I don't know, I kind of, the problem with that is that I don't like the fact that, you know, it seems as though Sasuke, even though he's turning good, it's almost like he doesn't want to care, he doesn't care about his revenge or care about, like, all the hate that built up to this point almost seems as if it doesn't matter. So, I don't know, that's just to me a big issue, because all this time, you know, you had the whole 5 Kage Summit arc where you had, you know, Sasuke, of course, get his revenge on Danzo. You hyped up Naruto versus Sasuke all this time, and for him to make a decision like, well, I don't, you know, like, I'm gonna go ahead and protect the leaf. On one hand, I did want Sasuke to turn good at some particular point, but right now, to me, just did not seem to be the particular time. I mean, I expected it to more or less happen maybe when Naruto, like, maybe fought against him or something like that. You know, I mean, I did expect Sasuke to change once again, but not at this time, because, you know, I mean, it just, to me, defeats the purpose, or, you know, it makes it seem as if Naruto versus Sasuke may not happen. Now, there is always a chance, I've always talked about it before, and maybe I'll make a video on it, that maybe Naruto and Sasuke may fight for the title of Hokage one day. And I know some of you guys probably out there say that makes no sense, but I'll make a video probably about it and get further in depth. But this chapter, I mean, that's mainly what it revolved around, of course, with Sasuke's decision. I mean, the title was Sasuke's decision. You know, of course, Rama is all excited to hear about this. I did like the fact that we got clarification on, you know, what Toby Rama really stands with the Uchiha in this week's chapter, because that's one thing that I didn't really understand fully, because I thought he actually did really hate the Uchiha. But then, you know, I guess a lot of people were right in terms of, you know, he was just a realist, or he was just being careful. But even then, still, I do think that he at least at some point did have hate for the Uchiha. At least that's what I think. So, I don't know, I mean, let me know what you guys think about that. But I'm also curious about Orochimaru. Like, what the heck is going on with this dude? I mean, we know Orochimaru's been, like, bad since the beginning of the series, and right now it seems as though, like, he's flipping switches. Like, you know, I mean, he's talking about how while inside Kabuto, you know, he saw, you know, basically that Kabuto copying him wasn't really the right way, and he wants to see what Sasuke's going to do, which is why he's in support. Which, to me, you don't really pay attention or really care what someone's going to do unless maybe they have, you know, maybe you're looking to find some type of answer for yourself. So, I don't know, I mean, Orochimaru is going through some changes right now, which makes me think the series is moving a lot faster than I originally thought it would move. Like, I mean, I thought that we probably had maybe not a lot left in the series, but, you know, maybe one small arc or something like that. But now I'm starting to doubt that. I think maybe the Ten Tails battle may actually be the final battle. I mean, it's not my ideal final battle, or at least, you know, for all of them to be united in that way. I mean, I did want to see Naruto and Sasuke team up one last time, but I'm just hoping that there still is a Naruto versus Sasuke at some point, because, again, all the hype that's been given at this point in the story, I mean, all leading up to this, everybody's talking about that. Not only that, but even the great Toad Sage in the Mount Mayuboku, who even said that Naruto and Sasuke would fight at some point. Or maybe he didn't say directly Sasuke would fight against Naruto, but he said a man with, you know, young man with powerful eyes, you know, would end up facing off against Naruto in a fight. So that would make you think, okay, who else would that be? And if somebody wants to say Madara, it's like, yeah, but I mean, when he said a young man with powerful eyes, I mean, I got the ideal that, you know, I mean, that definitely has to mean Sasuke. I mean, you know, I mean, otherwise, and like Naruto even knew it meant Sasuke. He didn't think Obito or anybody else. So it'd be a little strange for me. I'm thinking it may still happen. If it doesn't, then to me this chapter definitely wasn't the best. You know, I mean, like again, it could be seen as good in the sense that, you know, I mean, I'm glad Sasuke finally made a turn. It makes sense to some degree the fact that Itachi, you know, that Itachi, if he did go ahead and decide to destroy the village, everything that Itachi worked for would be completely to waste. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense to some degree, but the same, and you know, this definitely in a sense was a memorable chapter, but at the same time, and the artwork was good in this chapter, but at the same time there was problems, or there's possible problems in it that are pending for me. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, because I don't have to look at this from a reviewing perspective, I have to look at this from a fan's perspective. From a fan's perspective, I definitely want to see Naruto versus Sasuke, but I also feel like even from a story, like, you know, like from a reviewing perspective, to hype up a fight that much and for it to not happen is pretty bad, especially since you spent certain arcs doing that. So I mean, I have hope that Naruto versus Sasuke will still happen at some point, you know, but I mean, hey, I'm not too sure. I mean, this chapter, you know, did have a nice flow to it. I felt like the Karin and Suigetsu part, although parts of it was funny, I feel like it could be cut down a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, the cliffhanger in this chapter, I definitely have to say the final page was pretty epic. So, I don't know, I probably would say if I were to just give a rating on this chapter, maybe a Kage level chapter. I mean, it was, you know, definitely good as far as flow goes. I definitely feel like we're getting somewhere in the story. I just don't know if I personally particularly like it. But the problem that poses to me in the chapter that's kind of pending, again, is if Naruto vs. Sasuke doesn't happen, that was a lot of hype for nothing. So, you know, not only, I mean, I don't mind the fact that Hashirama, you know, had a big role in changing Sasuke in a sense, you know, talking about his past, showing, you know, where Naruto versus Sasuke would, you know, or Naruto fighting Sasuke may lead if, you know, he went in that way, because obviously, you know, you had to find a way to break the chain somewhere. But again, you know, I mean, to hype up a fight, and if it doesn't happen, you know, it's a big letdown in the story, and, you know, a lot of hype for no reason. So, as for my prediction, what I think is going to happen right after this, I think we'll probably get a flashover probably next week to Naruto and them. Maybe towards the end of the chapter, the Hokages will make an appearance. Probably Naruto and them will be getting pushed back or something, and will be on their last legs, and then that's when you'll see the Hokages jump in and actually rescue them. You know, Sasuke, of course, jump in to help Naruto. I'm a little bit bugged at the fact that if this is one of the, like the second to last fight in the series, like even if there is a Naruto versus Sasuke, if it is the second last fight series, I feel as though Sasuke, to be such a big role in the story, he should have got, I don't know, maybe a couple more fights, since Naruto's had like a ton of fights in this war as a whole. But yeah, I definitely think they're probably going to save him sometime in the nick of time. You know, Sasuke's going to have his back, Naruto's going to be all happy. We may even see, you know, Naruto go into Biju mode, and maybe Sasuke will unlock perfect Susanoo in this fight or whatever. I definitely am interested in seeing, you know, what Sasuke's going to have to say. I mean, Sasuke, for all we know, I mean, he may have another solution. Even though he doesn't want to destroy the village, hopefully, I mean, if that's, I'm like, there's still some kind of conflict that Sasuke will cause in some means. That's all I'm hoping for. And I'm not just saying just keep the story going, but just to make sure that, you know, all the talk and all the hate that he was talking about, you know, that he was talking about, you know, all throughout the 5 Kage Summit, you know, just doesn't seem like it goes away. So maybe him and Naruto's fight will be, you know, basically just to understand each other, just to see where each other's coming from, in the sense that they're both trying to find a solution together as far as peace. Because we all know Naruto and Sasuke, the way they talk to each other is through their fists. So yeah, again, I'll say this was a Kage level chapter. You know, I felt like, you know, the flow was pretty good. The Karin part wasn't really needed to me that much. I mean, it was cool because, I mean, Karin obviously, you know, she had to show up obviously before they left, because we already knew she was in the lead. But I felt like, you know, they could have cut down maybe that a little bit, and, you know, I mean, at the same time, it was a little funny. But other than that, good cliffhanger, good flow to the story, and, you know, making some progress, and hopefully Orochimaru stays. So that's pretty much it for the chapter. I hope you guys did actually like this video, because I know I'm like out and about, and I know I kind of rambled on this video, and I'm like walking around and stuff, but I wanted to make sure I should get a video to you guys, because I know I didn't get one to you guys last week. Finals are coming up, got papers due, projects, presentations. I'll make a video about it sometime this week, maybe even today. let you guys know what's going on, because actually there's something that's going to happen next month with my channel, so I need to let everybody, or let all y'all know about that. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See you later.